Hello, this is Robert in Teen Central at the Plainfield Guilford Township Public Library. Today, I will discuss ways to shoot movies. When talking about films, there are 5 basic elements that you need to consider. There's literary design, so your story, your plot, and all that. Visual design, so how you arrange things to be filmed. Cinematography, which deals with your camera. Editing, how you put all the footage and sound together. And sound design. Today, we'll mostly focus on visual design and cinematography. So when you're shooting a video, whether it's for TikTok or a short film, whatever, you need to consider visual design, like performance, so how the actors act on camera. Blocking, how are they arranged in the shots. Lighting, hair and makeup, costumes, your set design. If you're shooting on film, you get to look at film stock. If you're shooting digitally, there are filters and LUTs and all these other things you can use. And then aspect ratio. How wide is your movie, your image? So let's look at different types of shots you can have for visual design. So you can start off with extreme long shots. That's where there's a lot of detail and you shot far away. So you can't really see the fine details of a person. Long shot, it's far enough distance away that you can see a whole person. But it's different from a full shot. A full shot, typically, the whole person's body covers the screen. Medium long shot is from the knees up. Your medium shot is from the waist up. Medium close-up is from about the chest upwards. Close-up is, usually on the face. And then extreme close-up could be on someone's eyes, a mouth, a very close image of any one part of a person or object. Now, when we're talking about cinematography and how do you use your camera, you're going to look at 5 basic things. The placement of camera in relation to the people or things you're filming. The camera angle, so how is it angled in relation to the objects you're filming? What lens are you using? Are you using a long lens or any other sort of lens? Your focus, are you focusing on things close to the camera, further back? And camera movement. So the first thing we can look at is the eye level placement of the camera. So it'd be placed directly eye level to the person. High angle, so the camera is angled above what you're filming. A low angle, the camera is placed below and it shoots up at the object. A Dutch angle, also known as a tilted angle, you just move the camera to the side. And this is usually for an expression of something that's disorienting in the story. Over the shoulder shot, if you're doing a 2-person shot, you can cut back and forth with over the shoulder shots to keep both people in frame at all times. And bird's eye view, which is different from a high angle in that it's mowed directly down, as if you were a bird flying over, whereas a high angle is more tilted instead of being vertically down. Other types of shots you can consider are cut-ins, cutaways, establishing shot, re-establishing shot, and master shots. The main one I want to look at is the master shot. A master shot is a shot that you go back to often, similar to an establishing shot. So you could have two people talking. You would film from one person's perspective, then the other person, and then you could maybe cut to a master shot which has both people in the camera at once, and then you would cut between those three shots. Other types of shots, point of view shots. So shoot it from the camera, it represents the person's point of view. Reaction shots. So something happens and then you cut to someone's reaction to that thing. On suspense is, you have reaction shots where the person sees something but the audience doesn't see it. That's a reaction shot. Reverse angle shot, two shot just when the two people on screen at once. 4F shot. There are all these different types of shots, and there are more that I listed. And these are things you can look up to better understand how to make your film. And then the last thing I want to talk about is a very important rule that helps the audience understand what's happening, is the 180-degree rule. So when you're filming, you pretend that there's a line, and then from that line, you can only shoot 180 degrees. You can't skip the imaginary line. Because if you did that, it might disorient the audience. You can do it if you know why you're breaking the rule, and there are ways to do that you can look up. If you have any specific questions, you can come into Teen Central and ask. I will help you as best as I can. Or you can look through the library's book collection for any resources on movie making. That's it. Goodbye.